Hi guys, it's Candice Patton from The Flash, and this is my story.
No matter what changes, you're always going to be my lightning rod too.
I play Iris West Allen on The Flash, traditionally a white character in the comic books, but now she is reimagined as an African-American woman. She is a infamous reporter married to Barry Allen, who is the title character, The Flash, on the show, and she's very much kind of the Lois Lane to the Superman figure. She doesn't have any powers, but she is a superhero in her own right. She's always fighting for what's right. She's encouraging the team. She's right there in the thick of it, trying to figure out how to keep their city safe. I feel so supported by my fan base specifically. They were the ones defending me when I couldn't defend myself, supporting me on the show, constantly fighting for my character to have more agency, to have more screen time. And so for that, I'm forever grateful. I think we can all support each other as Black women by speaking up for each other. You know, I try to support Black women by using my platform and the power that I have to enact change in the industry that I have. We all can support each other by doing that in our own industry. If you have any modicum of power, to use it and to not be afraid. I think that's how we can truly best support each other, is by, fighting the good fight.
It's extremely badass. Same to you.
I think there's a lot of change that is happening. I just think that we have to kind of stay on it, stay hard on representation in genre, representation across the board, representation behind the camera. It's not enough to just place a Black actor on a show and say, look, we checked the box, we have a Black female lead. We have to ensure that she is safe in the workplace, that she is protected online by harassment, bullying, threats. We have to make sure that he or her has hair and makeup that makes her feel confident going in front of the camera, lighting to make sure there are people around her who know how to light her Black skin. It's all of these things that we have to continue to push for, and we have to make sure that we have the tools in place to protect, uplift, and support these people. It's a very traumatizing thing to be a woman in such a male-dominated world, and then also to be a Black woman in what often feels like a very white supremacist nation. So we battle and struggle with a lot. And on top of that, so often we're told what we're feeling, what we're experiencing is not happening. It's not true. Be quiet, go somewhere else, figure that out. It's that much more infuriating that our experiences and our traumas are not being validated and heard. This summer was just a culmination of a lot of people, and especially people of color, saying enough is enough. We will not take it anymore. And I'm really proud when I look back at that last summer, because I think it opened a lot of people's eyes who were unaware of white supremacy in our country and didn't have to see it for what it was. We so often hear when these terrible things happen, this is not who we are. This is not who we are as a nation. And I think for the first time, we have to realize that maybe this is who we are. And that's okay. It's okay to recognize that maybe we are not the best of who we want to be, but until we recognize that, we cannot change and become a better nation. So we have an opportunity this year during Black History Month to really speak truth to power about our history, where we come from, how our stories have been silenced and marginalized. It's so important to see yourself on screen, to see ourselves in commercials, to see ourselves in the White House. It's so important. Otherwise, you think that this one standard of beauty is the only standard of beauty, and it's just not. And when you start to see all of these women, the Beyoncés, the Rihannas, with their wider noses and fuller lips and big hips and big booties, and you're like, wait, she looks real good, and I got that too, so I must look good. It took me into my adulthood to start wearing braids or wearing my hair naturally curly more often, and fighting for that on my show, saying, I want to see Iris with her naturally curly hair. Like, get out of the shower, that's what my hair looks like. Like, at some point on the show, we have to show that. And so even using my voice to do that now, like, I'm constantly ever evolving more and more into my Blackness. I've learned to be this way, and I'm proud of that every single day.
Hey guys, Candice Patton here for E-News Now.
So one of my first gigs in LA was working at E! Online, E! News Online. E! News Now, That's what it was. Yes. I needed money and I went in for this audition and I don't know, I ended up getting it. So I'd go to the offices every day and I'd sit in the office and they'd send me like a little script and I would practice it and record it. And that was my life for months and months and months on end. It's very, very kind of full circle moment being here. But yeah. And the cool thing about that is I really learned to get really good at reading a teleprompter because of that job. So it's really helped me in a lot of like interview situations and promotional stuff. So thanks, E. I really want to be remembered as someone who spoke up fearlessly and used my position and my power to create change, even when it felt unsafe to do so. And I'll continue to do that. It's really important for me to speak up. I've never been a person who could keep my mouth shut for too long, especially when it comes to injustice. That's just always been in my nature. But I'm very proud to have done it in times and at times where I didn't know what the consequences would be. And so I hope to continue that legacy.